What's going on, guys? El Bardo here, back again with another video, and today we are playing Cuphead. Now, I feel that this is just the quintessential Let's Play experience because back in like 2017 or whatever it was, there were so many YouTubers playing it, and it was like famous for its difficulty, so I thought that we would go ahead and play it. And I have played it before, I've never beaten it in its entirety. I think we'll go with Mugman. He's always been my favorite. And we'll hop right into this. I don't really care about the story here. I'm going to probably skip through it and we can get straight to the gameplay. If you've ever seen anything about this game, you know that the music is a certified banger. Like, it's just awesome music. While we were in the tutorial, we got 1 gold coin, which we can use in the shop. And from this red apple guy, we can get 3 more. So now we have 4 gold coins. And I think before we head into the first running gun level to get more coins, we'll head into the shop. I'm thinking we get the smoke bomb. That can be pretty useful. Now we can equip the smoke bomb and hop right into this level. These can be pretty challenging because a lot of enemies flood the screen and it can be overwhelming. But as long as you stay focused, it's not that bad. I do want to be careful here to try and save my health because it does get increasingly difficult, I would say. And we want to be able to get as many parries as possible because there's an acorn machine that's dropping these things on top of us. So once we destroy that, it takes a bunch of damage before it actually gets broken. And we got to collect the coins so that we can, have some use to doing this level. Now, because I have played this game a bunch, I am sort of experienced at it. Not like a pro, but I'm alright. I almost just took damage there. Now we gotta watch out for these biting things. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Well, I took damage from one thing, so it wasn't that bad. I don't know how that didn't just die. And the level is complete. So I think we got all the coins that were available there. And we'll go into the shop and probably get another weapon. Got right on 2 minutes, so that was actually not bad time. So get around an A grade? Yeah, we did. Look at that. That's probably the best option for us right now. Because the extra hit point, we don't have enough for anything else right now. Well, the only problem is that I didn't equip the spread shot, so maybe I can get through this without that. And you can parry the worms there. There we go. The potato is done already. And then the onion pops up here and we gotta avoid the teardrops. So if we watch the top of the screen here. You could always go and parry the teardrops, but it's kind of risky because you're parrying up, and personally I'm not even very good at that. So I usually just get the 3 that you need from the worms in the first stage of this fight from the potato. Now we gotta watch out for the eye beams. Like he does 3 and then it's back to this cycle. This isn't that challenging, considering it's on the first world. I almost just took damage there from one of the carrots. That would have been pretty funny considering what I was saying. We should be pretty close because it also takes around 2 minutes for these fights to complete, especially if we're using those EX moves. Whoa! Now he goes back to this, and hopefully we're close to being done. There we go! And our first boss fight is completed. Let's see what kind of a grade we got. Minute 30, HP bonus. So it should be an A+. There we go. Perfect score. We're going to go into Goopy Legrand, Ruse of News. This guy just sort of hops around, and he launches his face towards you, like right there, and you got to duck below it. It's been quite a while since I played this game, probably a couple years at this point, but I still kind of remember the strategies that you use. Although, I'm kind of trapped in a corner here. And you parry all those question marks and you can get about as much as possible. Like, that's the only 3 it'll allow you to get for the level. And that actually, that boxing glove goes pretty far, so you definitely want to avoid that if you were to use this video as a tutorial for your own Cuphead gaming. And we already got him to his final stage, which is a gravestone. The style of this game is just so amazing. Replicating the old rubber hose animation, that's what they call it. And we get the knockout, so that should also be an A+ rank as long as everything went correctly and we did it in enough time. But we'll get the moment of truth right here. Minute 54, so we were 6 seconds away from it not being an A+ rank. And that's not really what we're striving for, it's just those are very easy bosses to beat if you have experience, which I do. So now we're fighting Ribby and Croaks. I tried to get a parry there, but this one I would say is harder to do. And then it goes between them, and we can do more damage if we go right up here. And this shot comes in handy with shooting all the fireflies up there. But now he's gonna come towards there. And you gotta jump and dodge over. I have played this game for a very long time, and it's kind of embarrassing to say I haven't beaten it yet. But hopefully, if this series goes to plan, we'll be able to do it together. I think the boss that I had the most trouble with comes far later in the game, and he's called King Dice. And he's in a casino. Now they've turned into a slot machine. And I can never turn down some good old-fashioned gambling. I would actually sometimes listen to the soundtrack when I'm not even playing the game because it's just so good. You know, the jazzy aspects of it. I actually have a concept art book that goes through a bunch of the designs, and that's a 3rd boss down. It's making pretty good time, and we didn't get any parries during that one, so I'm expecting around an A rank. And a B. So parries do play a big role, and we didn't get any. So we've unlocked the bridge there and gotten their soul contract. I think we'll go over here and do the mausoleum. Now with the mausoleums, you have to parry a bunch of ghosts, like your weapons don't do anything here. And there are 3 mausoleums in the game. Every single one gives you a special attack to use when you have those 5 cards at the bottom of the screen filled by either doing damage or parrying. So you just parry these ghosts before they can get to the little urn here. And it gives you a super ability. And for this one, you just spray a bunch of milk through the top of your mug towards the enemy. I don't own the DLC, so I wouldn't be able to play as Miss Chalice, who's going to come out right here. She's a playable character in the DLC, but I don't have that. So we're only able to play as Cuphead and Mugman, who don't have any abilities. They just look different, but they play the same. We have to go meet up with this airplane blueprint and make sure we have all the basics done. You shoot for the rapid fire, and you can shoot a little thing. And also, don't forget, you can just straight up turn into a nuke. So now that we've completed that, it'll let us cross over and fight against Hildeberg in Threatening Zeppelin. So we gotta watch out because it goes across the screen, and she turns into a zodiac sign. This is Taurus right now, I believe. And we're getting as many parries as we can, and just keeping that constant attack going on so we can generate as many cards as possible. And now we go here with the nuke, and that does a bunch of damage. So now she's back to her regular form. We gotta watch out for the tornadoes. There's also a thing where you can turn into the mini version. Even though I've known that is a thing, I never really use that. And now we got another parry. So I feel like we're well on the way to... Oh crap. Yeah, we just took damage there. I wasn't sure where the beam was going to start. Now we just did damage, so hopefully that phase is shorter. We almost took damage again there because it's one of two places. And we're going to try one more of those. Now, one of the creepy things that happens here is she just turns into a moon. And if you look at the top of the screen that's coming up, the red UFOs shoot when you're right under it, and the brown ones do it right before you go under it. So now that we've got those, now we got to go under that one fast, this one fast, and we're at 1 health. So we're going to go in here with the bomb, and hopefully we can deal enough damage right here to end the level without dying. And there we go! So we've done 4 fights, and I haven't had to make any cuts. I've just not died the whole time. And I gotta say, that must be one of the first times I've gotten through all of those without dying. So we only had 1 HP, but we got an A-. Now we do have this running gun level, which we could go towards, but I'm kind of gravitated towards this patch of flowers here, which is Cagney Carnation in Floral Fury. This music is so good. I actually tried playing it on the trumpet once. It wasn't very successful, but I used to play the trumpet. That was close to taking damage, but luckily I didn't. We gotta watch out because he launches his face, and that's some nightmare fuel if you wanted it. Ow, that hurt. This one is pretty difficult. You just gotta kind of watch what he's shooting at you, because if you let it get out of control, it does end up being sort of impossible. Like with that, I can't even tell what that boomerang is supposed to be with like the theme of nature. I remember this took so long for my first time beating it. Like, I would spend hours just trying to get it done. Once he, ow, I'm taking too much damage. Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, I died. How close were we? We were actually pretty close. So we're going to have to give that another try. And we got to get off the ground now. Let's try the super ability. So that's the one I was talking about earlier. And it made me take damage because I couldn't move. Oh, that's a second death. Well, that one wasn't as close. Let's give it another try. The two creators of the group of brothers, the Moldenhauers, remortgaged their homes in order to fund this game. And I think it paid off, because now it has like 3 seasons of a show on Netflix. And it's instantly recognizable. But I think what made it stand out is their commitment to quality. Because even though it took a long time for the original game and the DLC to come out, everyone still talks about it. And we're actually doing great on this last part of the level. Even though I almost just took damage there. I'm getting pretty close, I think. Let's see. He's got to be pretty close to dying. That's our third parry. And we might have just gotten an A+. That is pretty creepy. That is not good to look at. But that's all the bosses of the first world. So I would consider that little expedition into Inkwell Isle a success. Look at that, an A+. So if we take a look here at the list, we've got all of the soul contracts we need for World 1. And I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, you can show your support by liking and subscribing and commenting down below what you want to see next. I know I was playing Planet Zoo in my previous videos, but if we want to do a Cuphead series, we can do that as well. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. See ya.